Yeah, this is something that I ended up finding on my Twitch library. And I know, who even remembers they have a Twitch library? I certainly didn't until I started looking on it for all of the various games that I had. Turns out I've got quite a few, and Whispering Willows caught my eye. I know nothing about this. Yeah, exactly. This just got, apparently I got it through Twitch, and that's all I know about it. Sure, I can be Elena. Oh, Elena? Yes. All I know is that this is a ghost story. Huh. Ah, yes, the common trap method. The conveniently placed hole in the ground that gives way if you end up hitting it with your butt. That is indeed what has happened here. Also, we have a cat, so I'm turning on the cat cam. Alright. Whoops. Ah. Oh no. Dad's amulet is gone. I can't leave without it. Oh, and now we've got a reason to stay. Oh, there it is. Okay. New diary entry. What is this place? I'm so lost and Mom doesn't know where I am and I'm supposed to be looking for Dad. I have to find a way out of here and keep looking for him. I know if I can just get out of here, I'll find some sign of my dad. I won't give up. Okay. So what's the deal with the dad? I play games that intrigue you. How often does that happen? I'm actually curious now. Human bones. Oh, there we are. Spacebar. I might actually switch over to a controller. Let's see if this works. Yes, it does. Oh. I just noticed the amulet close. It's weird that I started as a mouse and keyboard gamer. And... Girl, hear me, girl. Your power calls to me. Elena, the amulet around your neck was crafted by the first high shaman of the fuck it, it's hard to say. That tribe. My grandfather. It glows in the presence of spirits and boosts your shamanic powers. Let it be your guide. Ooh. Oh. Hello. The spirit and body may drift from one to another, but must be joined as one in the end. A fragmented life cannot be lived. I lost my body, and look at me now. But perhaps you can help me find it. I shall reside within your amulet and teach you to fend off the darkness. Yes, it's very comfy in there. There's a crack above that door. Use it to get to the other room. Glowing objects can be possessed. Move closer and possess the switch lever. Because possessed switch levers are exactly what we need in this day and age. They flip on their own. Good work, Elena. Now rejoin your body and spirit. Cool. I can hardly believe it. I just met a ghost. His name is Flying Hawk, and he's one of my ancestors. He told me my amulet has power, and he taught me to use it. Now I can take control of my spirit. This is just what I need to help find my dad. I'm super thrilled about this. This can in no way go wrong. I was feeling pretty worried for a while, but I don't think anything can stop me now, especially not mildly locked doors. How's your morning going, Kremlin? New note added. I soared through the sky as I sat atop a great eagle's bald head. I was carried further up beyond the clouds until I sat with the stars. I watched as the gods molded the world and used their own body for the clay. They tore out their hearts from the earth's core, and their blood is the water we drink. We walk about their dirt flesh and rock bones. When all that was left were the hands they used to shape the worlds, their fingers became the trees that cover our land. It is to them that we owe everything, and we must honor our eternal bond and live in harmony with the Great Spirit. The spirit realms call me more often than it did before. As High Shaman of I still don't know how to say that. I must heed its call and relate to my people that the Great Spirit has shown me. Great Spirit, you say? Huh? My dearest Martha has fallen dreadfully ill. Who is this? This is Wortham Willow. She contracted a case of dysentery. The physician we brought with us believes she will live, but I am in a constant state of worry. I care for her day and night. Surely she cannot care for herself. It pains me that she cannot see the beautiful land we pass through. I feel as though the sight would do her well. But the physician has warned she mustn't move, nor be moved by any, else her fragile state can go into disarray. I pray to God that He will save her. I can do naught but wait and pray. Flying Hawk 2. The great eagle returned and took me upon his bare crown again. We flew into the air and rested on the clouds. I could see beyond the horizon, and what I saw choked the breath from my lungs as my heart was wrenched from my chest. The earth turned in on itself, and so too did my skin. Ew. The world was in certain upheaval. Pale figures marched across the land and brought with them blankets of death that covered my people as they slept. Those are the White Walkers, probably. I saw plumes of dust darken the sky. No plants grew, and giant black rivers cut across the land like infected veins. Monstrous-looking beasts of metal and industry would fill our land and destroy the bonds we had worked so hard to nurture. Spooky. Oh, this is another Wortham Willows. This day heralds the coming of a new dawn for me. The history books will sing my praises, and the world over shall know of my deeds. I set off to settle the savage West. With me, as always, is my trusted companion Darby O'Halloran. It was an enormous relief to know that he accompanied me. Hold up. Also, I imagine there's a ghost around here somewhere. He's far away, my most trusted friend, and I don't know what I'd do without him. Along with us are 24 men that used to work for my father, who are now under my employ. They will be crucial in the grunt work along the way. Also with me, of course, is my beautiful bride Martha, who demanded she join me. Staying here in New England, however, is young Marcus. He's already 16 years old, almost a man. He shall continue his education and apprentice under my own father. He could have no better a teacher, surely. The boy pleaded with me to come along, but I told him he needed to do what was right for the family business, that someone would need to look after it while I established myself in the West. He's a sharp lad and understood well the necessity of his sacrifice. I embraced him more tightly than I ever had dared to do, but he'd soon be a man, and I knew he could take it. Why do I hear Crescent Moon Key? Huh. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Up the ladder. I bet you can't climb ladders, you dumb. A growing darkness has plagued this place since my death. It festers beneath the surface like an infected boil. In exchange for my teachings, you must in turn assist me, Helena. I need to find my body, and you're the only one who can help. I hate to break it to you, sir, but I'm pretty sure your body's dead. We're out of the catacombs. What on earth was that thing? I felt like I was living in one of my nightmares. I could feel it feeding on me, on my spirit. I'm so tired, but I have to keep going. I'm the only one who can find my dad. The demon's gone now, and I'm almost out of here. I promised Flying Hawk I'd help him find his body. I'm not sure, but I feel like the guest house is where I should look first. I wonder why. Let's see how high we can go. That high. Okay. New note added. This is from Willows, 7 out of 13. Young Marcus wishes to visit me here, but I have taken up residence inside a meager farmhouse that I commissioned the men to build for me. I do not wish for him to see me living in such a hut, but my means now allow me to live rather more comfortably, and so I have decided to build a mansion befitting of my rising wealth and stature. As my wealth grows, so too shall my mansion, and the extravagance of its grounds. My quaint farmhouse shall be converted into a guest house, as I plan to host functions that will make me famous on the side of the country. I hope to have much in order when he arrives, such that we may spend ample time visiting together. He has informed me within his letters of how much he has grown, and I truly cannot wait to see the boy. It has been far too long. I look forward to seeing him and getting a glimpse of what his mother has shown, What? I'm confused by that particular sentence. I look forward to seeing him and getting a glimpse of what his mother has shown up inside him. I'm going to poke this cat, and she will probably poke me. Yup. That is indeed a strong poke, and I dare not move my feet for fear she pokes me more. Oh god. Those claws are sharp. I should probably trim them. I do believe we have found an opportune location for our new home. A verdant glade surrounded by rivers teeming with fish and an abundance of wild game. A complication exists, however. The glade is home to a tribe of savages called I have heard tell that they are peaceful folk, but it confounds my mind to think that savages would neither govern, or with neither government nor laws, could contain any amount of civility between their primitive brains. But I shall do my part as the member of the superior race and extend to them the decorum upon which I was most robustly reared. I shall conduct myself as though I were at a business meeting with other refined gentlemen. Wow, I like this guy. He's so cool. My God. Fleur LaRue. I arrived in California last week and have luckily already managed to find work for myself. I am a dancer in the local saloon. It is not the glamorous life here I had imagined, but it is something, and that is all I need for now. The saloon also runs a brothel in its walls, but I could never resort to such a profession. Most of the town is owned by a man named Willows. I have not seen the man by his name, but his name is on the lips of almost all I meet. He even owns the saloon where I work. There are rumors about him, some good, some bad. I do not know which to believe. Huh. Don't worry about it. Today you're making gyoza? That sounds great. I made something similar a long time ago, but I'm very bad at making them. I've heard stories of this place when I was growing up from my grandparents, and we learned about its history in school, but I never knew who to believe. The stories from my family told a dark history of brutal genocide and inhuman enslavement of our people, the Quantaco natives. See, I can actually say it. The history I learned in school was quite different. Willows, the forebear of this place, was depicted as an independently wealthy tycoon around whose endeavors the town sprouted. The thing is, I can see evidence for both sides of the argument, and that evidence is strewn about these grounds. Shovel. All my prayer, all my devotion did nothing to save Martha. I do not even have the resources to build a proper casket for her. God has truly forsaken us both. I couldn't just leave her there in the desolate plains for the rats and maggots to have in her. No, I shall protect her even now, even in death. We were to carve a home together out of the wilds of the West. She will come with us, and shall not be interred until I found a suitable place for her. If any man dares to object to my decision to bring Martha with us, no matter his reasons, I shall in that very instant shoot him dead. I wonder how many ghosts we're going to find that tried to object to that. Hey there, little lady. Let me play you a tune that's as pretty as you. Huh. No, that's not it. Oops. I must apologize, little lady. I can't remember how it goes. And I don't have my sheet music either. If you can find my sheet music, I'd love to play the song. It has been many a year since the great bald eagle first visited me. Its visit is always a sign. I must take great care to decipher the meaning of my vision. The pit in my stomach warns me of what could be if I do not. I flew once more with the great bald eagle, but this time he did not show me what was or what will be. No, he instead showed me what already is. He traveled east across the land to where the white men lived in their busy cities with their busy lives. They are removed from the Great Spirit's presence, ruled by a different god, one that manifests their destinies. I could see the spread of these people. Like a sickness within the body, they grow and expand. I saw trails before them blazed with fire and gold and glimmered in the man's eyes, and were entranced by it. It is their fortunes they saw within the fires that these white men desire. Riches these men shall seek, but only turmoil and death shall they find. I woke violently from my trance, my blankets drenched in sweat. We must ready ourselves for their coming. We must be the cure for their sick spirits. If not us, then whom? The duty falls to my people, for we are those who have been shown the way. We must protect our way of life, not through violence, but through a communion with nature and with one another. Hello. So many slaughtered. All those natives and their blood on our hands. I'll be damned. Damned, I say. Our souls damned to hell. That's pleasant. More flying hawk. At last they come. It was foretold to me years ago, but the visions are still fresh within my mind. We have heard from tribes we trade with that the white man is on his way. Their expeditions into the west have come and gone, and they have found it a place worthwhile. The other tribes bring news of the east. What we have heard does not bode well, but it aligns with what the great bald eagle showed me. We have heard tell that the white man is violent, that he kills indiscriminately for gain and for pleasure, heedless of his god's laws. We must now do more than ever to show the white men that we can live together in peace. We are all creatures of this earth, and we share in that common bond. We shall accept them as the brothers to us that they are. Well, that didn't turn out too well, did it? Okay, cool. Hey, there's a painting over here I can possess. What else is in here? Nothing. Ah! We can now go through a crawl space. Yep. Barrett, what's up? How's it going? We are Tiny Possessing Girl, who has the ability to turn into ghost. And we abuse this power for no good gain. That's a lie. We are probably gaining something from it. Sheet music. Hey, we need that. I wonder how old Willows, I think it is. A note that I completely missed. Oh, Flying Hawk's final entry. A group of young braves spied a party of white men coming from the east. We do not yet know anything about them. It is my hope that they will be of no danger to us. However, we must ready ourselves for action if need be, all the while presenting open arms to these new friends. We have prepared food so that our visitors may share in our bounty, and we wish to welcome them. Some of the women and children have prepared themselves to flee if these men turn violent, something I asked of them to do. I hate to think of... Also, what's going on? Oh, okay, Kremlin Caps. They posted the recipe. It's one of the things that was added to the oven. Sorry, Cat's staring at me, and I'm wondering what she wants. Some of the women and children have prepared themselves to flee if the men turn violent, something I asked of them to do. I hate to think it, but we need people to continue our line. Among these women and children are my daughters, granddaughters, and grandsons, but no sons. No sons. We already slew all the sons. If I cannot save myself, I can at least save them. But I have no doubt that these white men will regard us well. So long as we show ourselves to be welcoming and civilized, they will see us as their own. Also, I'm probably going to do a reading of all of those at the end of the Hey, my dude. We have your sheet music. Ah, thank you, Elena. Thank you. I've been so lost without the gift of music in my life. Whoops. Now I shall play for you the song I promised. I sense a great amount of death and decay nearby. We must be getting close. You must dig, Elena, and uncover what lies beneath. Well, it's a good thing we brought that shovel, right? Oh no. This isn't right. We've unearthed these anguished souls of the dead. Elena, go! Get out now! Oh. I don't think, yep, no. I think we're just gonna have to wander on through. Oh, please, no bad touch. Oh God, what's going on? Okay, we're fine. I am baffled by this, Elena. I was sure my body would be found here. I remember falling down into darkness, a pit of despair. Yes, it's called depression. Please, Elena, we must continue the search. Can we go down here? We can. Spooky. Oh yes, we're getting close. I feel my body's presence nearby. Just, This is far enough. My body lies in the dirt just beyond the walls of this well. I don't know if that's your body. Thank you for your help, Elena. I would have wandered endlessly through this world without you. I can now finish my journey to the afterlife. I wish you luck in finding your father. I assure you he lives, but you must hurry. I'll be watching over you. Goodbye, Elena. He did it! You can finally rest in peace now, Flying Hawk. Because of you, I know my dad's in the mansion somewhere. Thank you for everything. How do you know that? He did not tell you any of that. Flying Hawk's gone now. He's resting in peace somewhere. I'm happy for him, I really am. He'd been wandering this world for too long. I just wish he didn't have to leave me all alone. I feel a little bit lost without him, and he didn't leave me with nothing after all. But he didn't leave me with nothing after all. I don't think I would have gotten this far without his help. And thanks to him, I know that what I have to do. I've got to find my way into the mansion now. It's so big and scary looking from the outside. I really don't want to do it. But if it means finding my dad, I'll do anything I have to. There's so much about this place I don't understand. Why is there such a feeling of darkness here? And why would someone want to take my dad? Flying Hawk doesn't know enough to give me solid facts either. I have so many unanswered questions. It makes me want to cry. My energy feels so sapped from everything I've seen, but it doesn't matter. I have to keep searching no matter what. Wonder how many chapters there are. I met with the Quantaco shaman this morning, a man named Flying Hawk. We met to discuss the bartering of this land, but our conversation took a turn. He told me that this area was rife with spiritual power, and that the veil between this life and the next was thinner here than anywhere else. We spoke of Martha, and that he could help me see her again. I believed him, and he offered me his peace pipe. I wasn't sure, but the man told me that it would help me to free myself. I partook of the strange smoke he gave me, and the man told me I must let go of her if I wish to see her again, and that my spirit must be pure. We sat in meditation for some time. My mind raced all the while. A bout of paranoia seized me, and I realized that this medicine man was trying to do. He would have me abandon my hopes for the future, have me live a life of savagery. I knew he was trying to poison my mind, and I would have wagered that the smoke was a nefarious intent as well. I refused to abide such insolence. I stood from my seat and challenged this necromancer to fight me, but he did not stir. I wrapped my hands around his throat, and still he did not move. I squeezed until I felt the life leave from his body, and he slumped down. I released my grip, and my fingers peeled from his skin as he fell back from me. I exited the teepee and gave my men the order to purge these vile savages from this earth, as God would command me to do. Darby even made his first kill. I would be proud of him, but he trembled by his horse the rest of the battle. It was just a little girl. They're savages, after all. Wow. I mean, I knew he was scum, but I didn't realize. Huh. This is awesome. That's an elevator. Hello? Oh, it's just a wee lass. Wortham's my best mate. You won't be getting past me. He didn't want to see the likes of you. Oh, excuse me. Of course the sneeze doesn't come. Legendary sneezes. They aren't. Take him to re-education? What do you mean re-education? She's tiny wee lass. She's already in school. Oh, Bourguignon? Okay. My wife's more inclined to wasting time with little girls. Well, you... I met a huge man inside the mansion named Darby. He has a strange accent that sounds Irish, but I'm not quite sure. He didn't want to talk to me much, but he did mention someone named Wortham. I think Wortham was the man who owned this mansion. We learned about him in school. He helped to create our town. I don't know why that Darby guy would mention him, but he didn't want to tell me much. He even yelled at me, so I left him alone. I don't know why he'd be so mean to a little girl. Hello. Claire O'Halloran. My poor Darby! His murderer was never found despite my efforts. I was looking into his death, but something stopped me. To this day, I don't know what it was. Please help me, Elena. I can't rest until his murderer is found. Oh my god. It's apparently super duper narrow. It said something. I've enjoyed delving into the mysteries of this place. There's so much to learn, and I'm not referring to all the books and pieces of history that just collect dust. No, I speak of something else entirely. When I was a boy, my grandfather taught me to commune with nature, that it was the most spiritual endeavor I could hope to perform. At the time, I didn't understand what he meant, but spending time here has opened my eyes to the truth of the old man's sage words. I can admit in these pages I've seen things no other living man has seen. I've ventured beyond the mortal coil and found the other side. I've come back, but not wholly unscathed. I feel marks upon the fabric of my soul, but what that means I don't yet know. Oh, what's this? A letter to Wortham? Jeremiah, I have sent this letter in secret. I need your help as well as your silence. Darby O'Halloran has died by my hand. His madness has overtaken his mind. Although he was my best and longest friend, I cannot bring myself to handle his corpse. And I have a room and a casket in the catacombs that I want you to place his body in. I shall visit it later. I also ask that you keep the grave unmarked. You are the only one I can trust with this task, Jeremiah. I once again request your silence on this matter. Wortham Willows. Hold them in, Wortham included. Look at me differently now. I see the disdain for me plain on their faces. I know they whisper about me behind my back, calling me a coward, and worse things I will not repeat here. Wortham has given me a job as supervisor of the mines, as good a job as I could hope. It would seem as though they want simply to lump all the immigrants together. I shall see that little girl in my dreams, and the look on her face as she realizes what she's doing. Realized what I was doing. I see her when I walk into the town, but it's never her. My mind is playing tricks on me, and I do not know how long I can stand it. Seeing her troubles me to no end, and I awaken in the wee hours of the morning drenched in sweat, my heart racing. I still have my shirt from that day, and I wear it under my clothes at all time to remind me of my Evas. Sounds like he's torturing himself. Ohio, I am one of Wortham's many guests. A pleasure to meet you. Oh, she's... Okay, I think she's Japanese. My hands... Oh, this is Fleur de Rue. My hands tremble, and it is all I can do to hold the pen as I write herein. I have even missed the inkwell on a few occasions. I have only just come home from the most wonderful evening of my life. I feel I need to catch my breath. Wortham Willows, the town's mayor, the richest, most influential man for hundreds of miles around, took me out for a night on the town. And what a night it was! Notwithstanding the secrecy, I have never been treated so much like royalty. I could not believe it. Every second I was there, it was amazing. We truly had a feast, with dishes that covered every inch of the table. Afterwards, he treated me to a play. I have never been to a play before. My head still swims from all the fine wine and excitement. He is truly a romantic gentleman. Wortham Willows. I hope to see him again soon. But for now, I must rest. I can feel my heart flutter in my chest. Talk to you again. What's this you brought me? No! No! There's lies, I tell you! Lies! Wortham wouldn't do this. They're just trying to poison me against him. Poison? Huh. We were having scotch last I remember. But it doesn't matter. Why don't you just leave me alone? Bugger off, little girl. Let me alone. My wife, Claire, babysits. Go bother her, girl. Where is Claire? Claire? Oh, yes. There was one other that knew of Wortham's deed. Before I met my end, I was to have a secret meeting with him. Tool shed, 4 o'clock in the morning. He was going to tell me everything. "4 o'clock in the morning," she said. One more. Oh god. This is actually kind of hard too. Okay, that's 2. Hello. supposed to tell, but Mr. Wortham asked for my help one night. I dug a grave for Mr. Darby. I kept it a secret till now, but I couldn't hold it in no more. I buried him deep in the catacombs in a locked room where no one else would find him. You can have the key to the room. I just want to wash my hands of the whole thing forever. Aha! This opens the door in the catacombs that we saw. Time for a little bit of a trip backwards. I just can't believe it. The man Wortham, he and Darby were best friends, and he killed poor Mr. Halloran. Is it O'Halloran? Why would he do that? They were best friends. They never mentioned in school that he was a murderer. They only said the nicest things about him. How he helped to tame this wild land and how it was thanks to him that our town existed. Not sure what to believe anymore. Oh my gosh. This... Oh, well, that text fades very fast. And we're gonna go ahead and talk to a certain ghostman. My shirt! I always wore it, ever since that day. The day of the massacre. Well, what are you doing with it? You're like that little girl in the garden. Always reminded me of the past. In the garden? New game, who dis? Hey, Zatara. We are going through this game. We are a ghost person, also not a ghost person. We have the ability to turn into a ghost. And yeah. Yeah. It's been interesting so far. Words don't work to describe how I'm feeling. I feel so hopeless. Everything I've learned about the past makes it seem horrible. And that's where we all came from. If this is where we came from, how can we hope to do any better? We've all killed each other selfishly for generations, and right now it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. But there has to be something better than all this. There just has to be. I'll find it, and if it doesn't exist, I'll create it. Oh, boy, that doesn't get old. Hello, girl. Oh, you've met the white man. Help me pick flowers for him. I need 3 more flowers to finish my bouquet. Well, thank you very much. Through all the drear of this place, I met a little girl and she's actually happy. She's just the cutest thing. I like her a lot, maybe even more than Flying Hawk. It makes me sad though. I don't think she knows she's dead. Her name is Skyflower, and she told me she's gathering flowers for the white men. I miss coming here with Mom and Dad. I used to pick flowers as a little girl, just like Skyflower. I might help her pick some flowers. Maybe it'd cheer me up some. This isn't Borderlands 3. Get back. My hand shakes as I write. This day has been the worst of my life. We went to see the savages to find which rumors proved to be true and which false. Some said that they were violent folk, while others claimed them to be peaceful. I cannot say which to be true. We waited outside the shaman's teepee while Wortham sought his counsel inside. He was different when he came out. I do not know what it was that I sensed in him, but he was a changed man. He told the men to kill everyone and then galloped off with grins on their faces. And they galloped off with grins on their faces. I stayed put. A little girl ran towards us with flowers in her hands. He told me to do it. He said she would grow up to murder my sons in their sleep. But I could not bring myself to shoot her. She got too close to my rifle and he kept yelling at me to just be a man and do it. I brought my gun up and brought it down upon her. She fell to the ground and I knew she was dead. I walked to my horse and I was sick. I stayed out of the rest of the fighting. Despite all my troubles, I've managed to find myself a woman. Claire is her name, and I reckon she has to be the prettiest lass in town. Like me, she hails from Ireland, and when we met, we knew it was love. We married just last Tuesday, and neither of us could be happier together. She knows of my past, and she helps me through my terrors in the night. She holds me and tells me everything will be right again. I do not know why I would, or what I would do without her. She is my reason for living anymore. Ooh. Wortham Willows. We dug great pits to dump the corpses of the savages. Uncivilized folk don't deserve civilized graves, after all. For that traitorous shaman, however, I reserved a special grave. I've allowed his body to rot in the sun while we dug our well. I had him buried deep down, where not even the worms will reach. We lost only 3 men in the assault, which any lieutenant in war would consider acceptable. One of the draft horses fell through the earth as she pulled a load behind her. We investigated and found she had fallen into a pit that led to a series of underground caves. I have decided that we shall entomb the dead men there, and it will be used as a mausoleum for my estate. For my dearest Martha, I had a great coffin built at the entrance of the catacombs, so that I may easily come and visit her whenever I choose. The walls of the caves contain veins of possibly precious metals, and we will also use it as a foundation for our mining. It will expand in time. It is the beginning of my good fortune. The image of that girl yet haunts me. I feel the need to find some solace from my acts. I have been looking for any of the Kontako that have survived the massacre. I found some survivors, but Wortham does not know of them. He can never find out they exist. I am unsure as to what he would do if he found out about them. They are but a loose group, yet they remain. I prostrated myself to them, inviting their punishment for my misdeeds, but they would have none of it. They have instead allowed me to learn about them. The little girl I killed, her name was Skyflower. Why, I do not know, but having a name to place her brings some measure of comfort. When I see her in my dreams, I can call her out by name. This poor guy. He really didn't want to kill her. Good doggy. Good boy. This is probably the last flower that we need. Yep, there it is. We have a bouquet now. Let's bring it to the white man. I just know it'll cheer him up. For some reason. Hello. Oh. Hello. Little lass, thank you kindly for the gift. I can't even tell you how sorry I am for what happened. I don't deserve your kindness, your forgiveness. Thanks, Elena. Bye-bye for now. What? What do you mean by that? We killed them, Elena. We killed them all. And I, the worst one of us. I bashed that little girl's skull with the butt of my rifle. Wortham gave me the order, but that doesn't excuse what I did. I'm done fighting for him. My soul's damned to a fiery hell, but I've made peace with that. Go on, Elena. Find your father. Be sure to hold him tight when you do. These ghosts know a lot about why I'm here. Bye, Darby. Hope you find your solace. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. First Flying Hawk leaves me, and now Skyflower and Mr. O'Halloran. And just when I was beginning to like him, too. He turned out to be a nice man and a good person in the end, despite some of the things he'd done in life. I'm happy for him and for Skyflower. They've been kept from the afterlife for way too long. It was high time they both got to go home. Well, one of them's going to hell, so I don't know how much, but sure. That was an entire chapter just now. Wortham Willows won the first election for mayor last week. This place is going to become a proper town under his direction, it is said. I have heard that he comes from New England, where the clouds are black from industry. They say he knows what a proper town is. Oh, I just cannot wait to see what becomes of my home. The future is rich with possibilities. I have met men who came hundreds of miles to see me dance. It is flattering beyond all notion. But that is not the best of my news. The new mayor came to watch me dance this evening. I felt his eyes as he watched me, and it quickened my heart. He even sent me flowers after the show. The world is a dream, and I just hope to not wake up. Oh. This is Darby. Oh, this is Darby's last note. I do not know how much longer I can take this torment. The efforts of my dear Claire can no longer help to soothe me when I am in the grips of my terrors. I found myself awakened while sleepwalking, and I seem to head to the same place every night. I head to where it all happened, where my torment began. Such is my fate. I shall burn in hell's fire. I know it to be true. I have sought the help of holy men, and even their blessings cannot cure me of my afflictions. I think at times it would be better for me to find the blackness I long for. Death whispers for me in my sleep. I don't want to follow it. I met this lady who wouldn't stop crying. Her name was Fleur, and I think she might be French. Oh, what gave that away? But I'm not sure. Her accent is hard for me to figure out. She kept telling me she lost some love letter. She's very upset about it. I think she's being overdramatic, to be honest, but I guess I'll help her. I really don't get why girls go crazy over love letters. They seem a little silly to me. She's right here, isn't she? Oh my god, she is. Another stream marker. Stop. Fleur LaRue. Oh no! I've lost it! It's as though a part of me is missing. Please, little girl, help me find it. Help me find my lost love letter. Wortham's words always worked so well to soothe me. Okay. Covered open. There's a knife in there. Can we possess the knife? We can. Move the possessed knife. Gonna stab this man. Oh, we got. I do what I can to keep my relationship with Wortham interesting, but I worry that he no longer holds any interest in me. He's much colder and distant, where he used to be warm and loving. And while he still visits me almost nightly, I feel a change has overcome him. I do not know what it could be that has caused such a change in the man I love so much. I can see lurking behind his eyes an intense anger. I do not know where it comes from, nor how it went so unnoticed for so long. When he looks at me with those eyes, I become scared and unable to speak much or even move. I fear that he hides. I fear what hides behind his irises. I hope he does not turn on me someday. Stab it. Here it is. Woo. Oh, what? Hello? No, I'm not a ghost. My name is Philo, and I am no mere phantasm. Like you, I am searching for something. Okay. weird to have it here. Okay. Ew. My dearest Fleur, these past weeks we spent together have been like a blurry dream come true. When I'm with you, time flies so that the days seem to blend happily into one another. You make my heart feel so full. There is naught to do but weep and thank God for your presence on this earth. But I fear people will talk behind our backs and my reputation will be besmirched. I must protect my good name. It is my livelihood. I'd like to propose you live with me, my love. It must be in secret, but it is the only way I can see for us to be together, and we must be together. We will communicate via secret messages but that's something to discuss next we meet. Until then, you are forever in my heart. Love, Wortham. I have taken interest in a young dancer named Fleur from the saloon I own in town. She is likewise interested in me, and I have begun my courtship of her, in secret, of course. As the town's mayor, I can't be seen with such a woman, and so I must keep her from prying eyes. I will hide her away here in the observatory, so that only the servants know of her presence. She reminds me of Martha at times, the way she makes me feel. But I affirm it has nothing beyond mere whimsy. I cannot afford such a scandal. I will do what I have to in order to ensure my secret does not get out. Another stream marker. All right, Fleur. We found your love letter. Would you let us go? Oh, thank you so much, Elena. You have no idea what this means to me. Please, take this ring as a token of my appreciation. Wortham and I used it to hide secret messages that could only ever be seen with it. But I don't need it anymore. You have helped me more than you know, Elena. Goodbye, sweet child. I hope you managed to find your father. Oh, what the heck? What is that? Aw, she's gone already. I was just getting to know her. Goodbye, Fleur. You were so lovely. Also, whoops. Go to the wine cellar. Okay. Even though she's a drama queen, I'm glad I helped Fleur find her love letter. Who'd have known she and Wortham were lovers in secret? I don't think I've ever seen anyone so happy over something so simple. I hate to admit it, but it's a little bit touching. She was so overjoyed. Wortham seemed like a bad guy, but if he made her so happy at one time, can he really be that bad? It's hard for me to believe anyone is pure evil. I don't know. It just makes me wonder. Oh. Oh, I see how this... Okay. Three, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we got a spooter in a cage. And we can't run. It's been some time since I moved my belongings to the Willows mansion to be closer to Worthing. Sorry. We must love each other behind closed doors, as he cannot afford a scandal as the town's man. He even made a special room for us together. He is such a kind, smart man. He invented a way for us to leave each other's messages no one else can read. We make use of invisible ink, and he gave me a ring with a symbol on it. We carved the symbol into the wall to signify a message is there. The servants have yet to catch on to our system. I must admit how exciting it all is. How much fun I have had these past months. There is something amiss with Darby. He has become stark raving mad. He was a coward before, which I could only vaguely stomach, but this is overmuch. He came to me in my office rambling incoherently. He sat himself down with his hands on his head, and he told me he was cursed, that he was haunted by the little girl he'd killed. I care not for the ravings of a madman, nor his company. I am trying to become... nor his company. I am trying to become the mayor of this town. No one will elect a man who keeps the company of a lunatic. Something must be done about Darby, and soon. So that's why the murder happened. I've been wondering about evil lately. Where does it come from? What does it look like inside a person? I believe I've now seen it firsthand. I saw flickering shadows moving about in cages, and I thought I was going crazy at first. But no, what I saw was real. I know it in my bones. I could feel the darkness that shone from these creatures like some inverse sun, like a black hole. These things made me feel worthless, hopeless, sad. I don't think they come from inside us. I think we all have these... Or I think they come from inside us. I think we all have these demons. I don't want to be here anymore. I just want to find my dad. I think we're coming up on the end pretty soon here. The revolution of this country's great industries has made for leaps in our technology and understanding of the world at large. That dotard of a shaman told me all those years ago that this place is spiritually potent. I shall find a means of bending that to my will. With the use of science, and with God at my side, I will once again see my Martha. I have sought preachers and monks and other holy men to cleanse my spirit, but no pursuit nor any amount of money does a bit of good. But I have heard the whisperings of shadowed places of ancient esoteric means to attain what I seek. My hands are already stained with blood, my soul tainted with rot. I shall delve into the occult, tear through existence and see what lies beyond. I have already read some of the books and gotten a taste of what is to come, but I need more. I will not stop until I have what I desire. Another stream marker. Yeah, we're coming up on Wortham himself, I think. We've talked to all of the other characters. The only one that we haven't talked to is Elkhorn. We're also missing some of his letters, I think. What a cool old sewing machine. Such a rainbow myriad of spools. So pretty. Oh, speaking of Elkhorn, here we are. Spending time here has grown me more sensitive to the spiritual world, and not just on the mansion's grounds either. I can feel the pull of the spiritual world as it calls me into my sleep. I catch wisps of my wife's dreams as they encroach upon my own. I awaken each morning, feeling as though my spirit has traversed the universe. I can see the light that glows within the core of each person I meet. I love looking at Helena that way. She shines like a small sun. I'll have to teach her the ways of our people someday when she's old enough. I've already shown her the basics. She meditates with me daily, but she doesn't know what it means yet. Oh, another note. This is another Word Them Willows one. I've been through the pages of every book I could find. I have performed the ancient rites and conducted the appropriate sacrifices. I have uttered the words and prostrated myself to unknown old gods, whose names have been lost to time. I can feel the floodgates tremble at my approach, but I cannot yet see them. I must find them and break free their chains. Only then shall I bathe in the nether and be free to once again see my Martha. I must commit myself more wholly to this than anything else, even life itself. Okay, this makes a little bit more sense. So the whole deal is that he's been cavorting with the... Dad, don't worry, I'm here to save you. Elena, please, no! Of course. Foolish girl! He's mine now. More streamer. Wortham's woes. Is this really it? It hurts so much. Is this it after all I've done? No. No, I can't give up. I can't stop. I won't accept this as the end. I have to do it. I have to save my dad. If not me, then who? I'm the only one who can help. I'm not just gonna give up. Wortham must have drained my amulet during the fight. I can't use any of my powers. I don't care, though. I'm not afraid. I will succeed. I have to. The telescope filter. I was beaten. I failed. There's something I have to accept. Wortham drained my amulet, and now I can't use anything that Flying Hawk taught me. I feel so powerless to help, but I can't give up now. Dad was so close. I saw him. I can almost reach him. If only I was a little stronger. No, I reject that. I refuse to give up. Not now, not ever. I'm coming to get you, Dad. Wortham, better watch out. That was terrible line delivery on my part. I apologies. I apologies, yes. I'm unsure what I have done. It feels as though portions of my being have been ripped from me and recast as dark, shadowy demons. They roam the grounds, and I can feel their presence and see them as they scurry around like so many roaches. I do not think that anyone else can see them, as I am the only one who has flirted with the other side, and I have not come back unscathed. I have done what I can to bind and confine them, but I do not know how well it will work. I have seen things most men dare not, and I hope the clandestine knowledge knowledge all desire, life immortal. Or I hold that clandestine knowledge, life all desire, life immortal. I do not yet have the means of enacting this longevity, but I know a way. I went deeper into the mansion to find... Oh, this is another Elkhorn one. I went deeper into the mansion to find the source of this mysterious power that's been calling out to me. I wanted to ignore it, but I just can't. It's on my mind even when I sleep. I've been having difficulty making my way through the mansion. There's so many doors that are locked or just plain blocked off. There's even a place where the ceiling collapsed. I've looked into it, but no blueprints for the building exist in public records. I know I'll find my way. It's just going to take some time. I feel it in my guts. I made it to the mansion's core. I don't know what I expected to find, because all that was there was an empty room, like the scores of others. I feel uncomfortable there, but other than that, I don't think it's special in any way. This hit still lingers in my stomach, though. It's a foreboding feeling that reminds me of some imagined looming punishment. I spent as much time in that room as I could, looking for clues to what I was feeling. But there was nothing. Now I don't even know whether to abandon my search or not. I don't know. I feel so hopeless all of a sudden. I just want to see my family. I don't know what's going on anymore. I've been losing portions of my days here at the mansion, and I don't know why. I feel at times like I'm being followed. I hear whispers in my ear, but when I look, no one's there. The other day, I found myself inside the catacombs, staring at the door. I couldn't remember how I'd gotten there. The last thing I remember doing before that was trimming some hedges. I woke up here this morning. I'm not sure if I even made it home, but I must have. My memory is so hazy. I need to make sure to call home. I have to talk to my family. I don't know why, but I have to. There's Worth and Willow's last one. The time has come. I have prepared my estate to survive when I am gone, and so it shall. For generations to come, all locals will know my name. I am the founder of this town, and I am not done with it yet. Immortality is within my grasp. I have simply to reach out and take it. After that, time will mean nothing to me as I continue to search within the ether for a way to see my Martha. In the end, I shall get what I desire. I always do. All I need now is a suitable host. In my youth, I aimed to wipe out the Quintaco, but I am happy to say I failed in my endeavors. One day, a descendant of that foolish shaman, is it shaman or shaman, shall happen upon these grounds. When that day comes, I will know my salvation. I shall be the spider, and he the fly. I'll wring from him the power of his blood and absorb what I will. My time will come soon enough. I am beyond the laws of this mortal coil, and neither man nor woman will stop me. What about girl? This is it. Wortham and my dad are on the other side of the door. I can feel it. But I'm done being scared. Now is the time for strength. My dad needs me, and I'm not going to let him down this time. I don't care what I have to go through. My father, he's my father, and I won't let anyone take him away from me, no matter what. Wortham, I hope you're as ready for me as I am for you. Plot door. You've made it back without your amulet even. But you are too late. You cannot stop me. I don't care what you say. I'll save my dad no matter what. We have a plan? Foolish child. I shall feed you a taste of my misery. See the past and know my pain. Roar! He's not actually going to say that. don't understand. She meant everything to me. She was the mother of my son, my life's love. And you just remind me of her and how I betray her each moment we're together. Please wear them. Please. I love you. Don't do this. I can't do it anymore. I won't disgrace her any longer. Oh, he killed her, didn't he? You don't understand. She meant everything to me. She was the mother. Oh, wait, what's going on? Are we just looping now? What's happening? Possess the cupboard. Close the cupboard. Please wear them. I must tell you something. I am with child. It's yours, wear them. We are to have a family together. What? No, this can't be. She was pregnant? No! What have I done? Martha only ever wanted my happiness. We could have had that. What have I done? It doesn't matter. I was doomed from the start. See more of my life's horror. I think you can if you're having me over for drinks, wear them. We haven't socialized in ages. Time, I'd say. But of course, old friend, it has indeed been too long, and you've been dearly missed. I have watched your troubles grow. Aye, that they have, and I've missed you too, wear them. We will have to meet more regularly here on out. We certainly will, Darby. One final drink to ease your pain. You're the best friend a man could ask for, wear them. Yep. He does all that again, and we're gonna have to do something to stop him from poisoning the drink. Hey, Zeb. Love isn't always on time. Table flip? Heck yeah! Oh, that was barely a table flip. For God's sake, Darby, you're drunk. Show some class, man. Just look at you, the state you're in. I've observed your degradation these past months with distaste. You're right, my friend. You always are. You've been so good to me, and here I've disgraced myself. I know well enough the burden I am. Burden, eh? A fine word, that. If I'd known you'd turn out this way, I know not what to think anymore. No, I haven't been myself lately. I had it planned to take my life this evening while you slept, but your invitation will wear them. It gave me hope, you see. I've not told you wear them. But that wee girl I killed, she haunts me. It was just dreams starting out. But anymore I see her in the waking hours. It's then I feel the hellfire licking at my haunches. And my cooking skin reeks of brimstone, friend. I can hear the perdition as it sings to me in the night. This guy's irrevocably horrible. Yeah. Yeah, he is. I will recap that story as soon as we're done with the story. I think we're right at the end here. Why? Why did I do these things? He didn't have to die, my poor Darby. When did I fall so far from grace? It was that damned shaman who tricked me with his vile necromancy. Your ancestor! Know what your kind has done to me. Is what you say true? You can help me see my wife again? Yes. But your spirit must first be scoured. Are you prepared for this? Yes. Yes, I'm ready. Tell me what to do, medicine man. You must sever your earthly ties. You must let go of your wife's memory. Only then will you be able to see her again. These candles will protect us from the darkness. Ah. Who's that? Yeah, I figured someone possessed him. We just have to relight the candles, right? The last one. I don't know who that is. Wortham. I'm here, Wortham. Oh, that was Martha. Martha. Oh, how I've missed you, my love. Life is too hard without you. How can I continue on? I will be here for you always, Wortham. Now that you know how, you can see me wherever life seems too difficult for you. Live your life right and raise our son well. Goodbye for now, my love. We never did find out what happened to Marcus. I love you, Martha. Now and forever. Zeb, I don't know what half the songs you reference are. Just figure I should say. You have helped me see things more clearly, Elena. See the error of my ways. I only hope it is not too late for me. I shall finally see what the afterlife holds. Goodbye, Elena. Now stab that ghost shit in the ghost heart. I wear them. May your soul rest in peace. Elena? Dad, you're awake. Yeah. What's happened? What are you doing here? It's a long story, Dad. But don't worry. I'll tell you all about it on the way home. We got magical ghost powers now. Dad is portrayed as a paraplegic. No, he's not. Look at that. He's walking right now. Dad may be a ghost, though. Dad may actually just be a ghost. Created by David Logan. Written by Kyle Holmquist. Oh wow, they got shot in the head while creating this. Damn. Alright. That was Whispering Willows. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Oh, that was decent. I wouldn't say good, but definitely decent. Muzak. So, recap of the story. We start the game as Elena Elkhorn, searching for her father, who wandered off at night under the influence of some mysterious force. Over time, we end up making contact with the various ghosts of the area, including our ancestor, what was it? Whispering Hawk, I think? Damn it. He was the first character we met, and then he disappeared for the rest of the game, so you'll have to forgive me. Over the course of the game, we also end up talking to Darby, his name I cannot remember. I think it was Darby O'Halloran, who was Wortham's friend, who he murdered. And Fleur did something. Oh god, I'm sorry. Bob. Fleur, who was his second wife? His other love interest. And then we talked to Wortham himself. Wortham was the ghost that we were just talking to. So the deal with Wortham is that he ended up moving out to the Wild West with his wife. His wife died on the trip, and we end up going through all of this because he strangled a shaman, our ancestor, the one who we first meet, this Mr. Hawk fellow, and Wortham ends up coming out after being possessed by the ghost of his dead wife and tells everyone to murder the rest of the savages, which they do. This causes one of his friends, Darby, to become basically go through PTSD, as he ended up murdering someone for the very first time, a small child by the name of, what was it singing? It was Skyflower. So we help out Darby. He lets us into the mansion. We help out our shaman friend, Mr. Hawk, and oh damn it, let me see these diary entries. Yes, here we are. We help out Flying Hawk, and then we help out Darby. We help out Fleur. All of them, it turns out, had some interesting information that they were killed just before giving. For instance, Flying Hawk was unfortunately out of his body at the time that he died. Darby killed the small girl, and if he had managed to tell Wortham that before he died, then Wortham wouldn't have killed him. And Fleur was pregnant at the time that she died, and she was stabbed in the stomach, so that never happened. We don't know what happened to his son, Marcus. I assume that's just an unresolved plot thread. So yeah, it turns out that he, still incensed with trying to find his dead wife, was started delving into black magic, and eventually achieved ghost lichdom, I guess. He's a ghost that can never die, and so he needed your ancestor, the blood of your ancestors, to come back, and so that's why your dad is here. And so you find out that he's captured your dad, and then he takes all of your ghost powers, so you have to do the rest of the game without your ghost powers. And eventually you make your way back, and this time you have a better idea how to talk to him, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, the game story is kind of questionable at times, with the main character suddenly knowing things that she has no way of knowing, for instance. So yeah, that was Whispering Willows. I hope everyone enjoyed that. This was played through the Twitch library, which I did not realize I had this many games on. And yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that up. Thank you to everyone who continued. I'm going to see if we can get this edited into something that's at least somewhat watchable. Oh, right. Actually. Oh, no. Before we do. We're not done yet. Hold up. There was something else I wanted to do before the end.